All right. Hi, guys. I hope you're doing good on this Tuesday morning. So, as you know, we have an assignment coming up in which you're going to have to create a survey on the impacts of ethnicity on the American cultural identity. And over the past couple weeks, I've gotten a lot of questions about, well, how do we use the survey tool? How do we set it up? Is there a certain way that we need to format everything? So, in order to answer all those questions, I decided to create a survey of my own that coincides with the lesson to give you guys an idea of what exactly I'm expecting and how you can format it in an easy and simple manner. So for my survey, I decided to do it on music and the impacts of music in relation to ethnicity and how we can see the impacts of ethnicity through music. So when you first log on and you get everything put in place, you're going to come across your greetings page, which prompts you with a conversation title, a welcome message, and a goodbye message. So for my survey, I decided to title it Cultural Community Music Survey. It's going to be the title of your survey, so just make it pretty straightforward. What are you asking them and what can they expect? And then you can get more in detail into what exactly you're asking in your welcome message, which I highly recommend that you do just because it's going to be the first thing that people see when they take your survey and we're sending out to the community. They're not going to have an idea of what we're doing in the class for them to fully understand what you're asking. So just a basic rundown of hello, welcome. In the survey, you will be presented with whatever your survey is about. For mine, I just said you will be presented with a variety of questions on your favorite musical artists and genres in order to allow us to get a better idea of the impacts of ethnicity on the American cultural identity. Just straight to the point, welcoming, just a basic rundown of what they can expect. And then also create a goodbye message, just thank them for participating in the survey. They took time out of their day to do this. Just be grateful and set a good example for our classroom and the appreciation we have for our community members for doing this for us. All right, and so when you do that, when you're done with that, you can go on to the second one, which is the questions portion. So for mine, I presented with one question: what genre of music is your favorite? And then, in order to do this, I put down certain genres of music of different ethnic backgrounds that have immense popularity in the United States. And from these results, we can see how different ethnicities have had an impact on the American cultural identity, specifically in our modern music scene. So for mine, the examples I put were K-pop, which is Korean pop, which has had a recent explosion in the United States. And so I decided to put it. What does that mean for our society as a whole? Why is a music genre from a completely different culture, sung in a completely different language, so popular in the United States? And what does that mean? The same can be said for reggae. Why is Bob Marley as popular as he is? And what does that mean? Is there the influence of Jamaican culture in the US? And how can we see that through reggae? Same with jazz and country and then hip hop as well. How do different ethnicities play a role in the music scene today? Now, when you do yours, I try to keep my answers as minimalist as possible. We don't want to bog people down with so many words that it's almost becomes troublesome to read. So just very straight to the point, what can they expect and what are they seeing in these answers? All right. And so that is my question. And then we get into the settings. So settings is kind of where you get the chance to make it your own. You can choose any kind of color scheme you want. Try and not make it too poppy or too just like draining on the eyes, pretty mundane colors. I kind of went with a blue turquoise color scheme, but obviously, you kind of have free reign. Just remember that there are members of the community doing this, so don't go too crazy with your colors. All right, and so these are mine, as you can see. And you can choose them by doing this, and then you just press a color, and that's your color. All right, and so that's the survey, and we can look at a preview of it. And that's our welcome message. and then the question, and then here are the responses. And so let's say I was going to choose a genre. So let's say I chose jazz. And then there's the ending. And that's really all there is to it. It's a very simple tool. Highly recommend. If there is another tool you'd like to use, please come to me first and we can discuss it. But I'm fully expecting all of you guys to use this particular tool. And just make sure you save it, and then you can share it to our class through email, Google, anything that works best for you. I'd prefer if we shared it through email. Just send it to me, and then I can send it out to members of the community. And well, guys, I hope that helped you in your survey woes, and hopefully there are no more questions. If there are, obviously please email me and I will answer them to the best of my ability. But I have complete faith that y'all are going to do amazing on this. All right, work hard, stay healthy, and let's get these surveys done with, y'all. All right, see you next Tuesday.